start with you, man. What are the types, or give me one type of trainee that you have handled, or the
Um,
most common,
sorry.
the most common type of trainee that you have handled. It doesn't have to follow the box, the amiable thingy, whatever that thing is called. You can just like name somebody. Like if I was your trainee, then this is the giant asshole.
Okay. Um,
It- Things like that.
it's very easy to come up with. It's very easy to tell you about specific trainees, but allow me to generalize first. All right. When I'm training, especially when I'm training language and soft skills, generally, what I get are trainees upon their first day. Papa Bear, you're so nosebleed. I get that almost at the start of every training, and they don't like it when I enforce the English only policy, because if you do not speak English, or if I hear you speak a word of Filipino and while in the training room, you're gonna get a truth or dare. I implement that to make it a fun rule to follow. Okay, and then outside of the training room, I see them sometimes. Papa Bear, you're so you're we're no we're, our noses are bleeding because of you. All right, so I'll tell you this, and I think I've told you this before, brother. I really dislike that term. I really hate it when my trainees come to me and say our noses are bleeding.
No, I
And
haven't
I
heard
tell
that.
them, yeah, I tell them, unless your nose is really bleeding, don't ever fucking tell me that. Do you know why? Because I know it's a joke. I know it's a self-deprecating joke, but I take it into heart. You know why? Because your noses are bleeding because somebody is speaking in English. You can speak English just fine. I'm pretty sure you can understand me just fine. To tell me that your noses are bleeding from the amount of English that we're using is you're just putting yourselves down. I tell all my trainees that I don't like hearing it because it makes you sound stupid, or it makes you sound as if you're having a hard time adapting. You're already in a call center. You've already been deemed worthy, or you've already been deemed skillful enough to actually work in a place where you can speak English all the time. I lecture them on that because I really effing hate that term. Our noses are bleeding, or nosebleed section, or nosebleed. Okay, you're not. Don't ever come up to me unless somebody punched you in the face and said, "Oh," and say that, "Oh, my nose is actually bleeding." Don't ever mention that to me again. I dislike it. I hate it. Don't use that on yourselves.
Can
Okay,
we call that a pet peeve of yours?
that is a humongous pet peeve for me. If you tell
Okay.
me your noses are bleeding, I'm immediately either gonna dislike you or I'm gonna really be hard on you, because I don't want you to ever use that again. I don't want you to essentially say I'm stupid or I'm having a hard time understanding English. I don't ever want you to say that.
Yeah, like how the hell
Yeah,
how did you get past recruitment final interview if your noses are bleeding just because somebody is speaking in English?
exactly. And that's the thing, right? Maybe it's because when they come to English training or language training, with either me or some of my English coaches, maybe they were not exposed to a level, or at least uh, an environment that's purely made up of people that literally do not speak Filipino. So that may be one thing, but that's still not an excuse. And that's my general perception of specific trainees.
I
All
think we
right.
can call those nosebleeders.
Oh yeah, the nose beaters. That's actually a good term, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
call
yeah.
them the nose beaters, the ones who complain about their noses bleeding. But believe it or not, a lot of them actually stop saying that, or a lot of them actually end up being better agents, and they end up being better than who they were at the start. They end up actually getting they end up climbing the ladder for the most part.
And
Not all, some,
yeah,
because they were actually humble enough to take in what I said and really put it to heart. For those who didn't put it to heart, oh well, then I'm pretty sure they're out there somewhere. I don't know where they are, but hopefully, they're okay.